Hi, welcome to My Life Run, a blog that is designed to talk about running and all things in life. As you know from my previous blog, I have been following Phil Maffetone's method that is outlined in the big book of running and endurance training and racing. I'm really excited about it because I've completed 8 runs now. Just to give you a background, Phil talks about building an aerobic base for your training, and what he says is that you should use a heart rate monitor and train within a specific aerobic training zone. So for me, the way it's calculated is you take the figure 180 and you minus your age. Now I'm 40 years old, so my training upper limit would be 180 minus 40, that's 140. Now because I haven't been training for a while, I minus another 5. So my upper limit is 135 and my lower limit is 125. So I train within that zone. The key thing is to do some warm-up and some cool down as well. So I'll tell you a little bit more about my training, how that has been going. But the reason why I'm doing this is I want to chart my progress over these next few months, because we are in November at the moment. Today is the 11th of November 2011. My next race, which is a 10K, is on the 27th of January. It's the Dubai Marathon 10K. And my personal best on a 10K is 59 minutes. So let's see if building this aerobic base really helps with my times, and we'll chart progress. And my second race is on the 17th of February next year, which is the Russell Kheimer half marathon. Incidentally, that's where the world record was broken by a female athlete last year, so we're expecting a really big turnout. And if you haven't been to a half marathon in this region, I highly recommend coming to the RAC half marathon. Anyway, coming back to the program, so today is the 11th of November, as I said, and I've run around 8 training runs so far. 6 have been on a shorter length duration of 1 hour, and 2 have been 1.5 hours each. And the way I've done the 1-hour runs is a 20-minute warm-up under my minimum heart rate, which is 125, and then followed that by 25 minutes of 125 to 135. And I must admit that has been a jog and a run for me, and at times I felt you know, this is so slow, I can't even keep up my pace. But I'm going to continue with this method because everyone says, who's followed this method, is that it really takes around 4 to 6 weeks for you to build that base. So I'm going to continue with that, and here during these blogs I will share my progress. So once you've done the 25 minutes, I have done a 15-minute cool down. So that gives you a 1-hour workout. I've done 6 of those, and 2 other workouts I've done have been for 1.5 hours each. For example, the run today I started with a 25-minute warm-up, followed by a 50-minute jog and a run, keeping my heart rate within that threshold, and finished with a 15-minute cool down. I feel really good. I'm really excited about this because for 11 days I've been running with 3 to 4 times a week, and also I found that I have no injuries. I'm also reading the book, Phil Maffetone's big book of endurance training and racing, and it's a holistic book. I'm 3/4 of the way into the book, and I'm following the diet regime as well. It's really exciting for me to follow this program because for the first time in my running life, I feel as if that I may be following a program that really does work and help the weekend runner, not just athletes who run elite races. So I'm pretty excited. For me, my personal best, as I mentioned to you earlier, for a 10K has been 59 minutes, and for a half marathon has been 2 hours and 18 minutes. So nothing that sets the world on fire, but an average weekend type runner. So I'm really excited. Let's see what happens. At the end of this blog today, I'm going to share a couple of screenshots for you as well. I train with a Garmin 405 watch with a heart rate monitor, and it tracks everything, basically my pace, my heart rate, the GPS track as well. So I'll share with you. All my runs are publicly available, so if you want to have a look, you can on the Garmin Connect site. But for the moment, it's over and out for me. Until next time, thanks very much for watching. Bye-bye. As you can see from the screen, if you notice on the right hand side, you'll see a heart rate chart. Well, now what that chart says is that during my 1 hour run, I slowly took my heart rate up. Basically, I warmed up by walking for around 20 minutes, and then I started that jog and a run for around 25 minutes. Now, as you can see, my heart rate was between my 125 and 135 mark, but it was pretty difficult to stay in that pace in the heart rate zone and run all the time. Well, it's pretty much a jog, really. So my advice to you is, if you're following Phil Maffetone's method, is that you run and jog, or jog and walk until you're able to improve your fitness. But basically, this graph shows you how my run was. I hope you've enjoyed this session, and until next time, look forward to speaking to you then. Take care. Bye bye.